In this video, I'm going to show you through the functionalities of one of our most exciting procurement tools, the Coffee Tender tool. Let's jump in and check it out. So on your left-hand toolbar, on the very bottom, you'll find tenders. Depending on the size of the screen you're using, you might need to scroll down, but it's the bottom of the list and it's called tenders. Let's head through and check it out. So what we can see here is on my view, I've already got 2 tenders created, but if you haven't started, this will be blank. But this area is where you can see an overview of all the tenders you've created and if they're still active. You can archive them once you're not using them anymore. But let's jump in and have a quick look at a detailed view of a tender I've already created before we go ahead and create one together. So now I've shrunk my head, we can see a bit more detail, but the important things to look at here of this tender that's already been created is the details on the side. So here, this shows you all the information you've created for this tender that you've shared with suppliers, and you can kind of review that there. We will go through creating this together shortly, but that's just where you can see it once created. On the right-hand side, you'll be able to see all the suppliers that you've sent it to. So here I've only sent it to one, but if I wanted to, I could send it to more, and you can select the supplier and actually pick which suppliers you'd like to send it to. And at the bottom, you can see all the replies from the suppliers. So obviously this supplier has provided 3 options. I can see when they provided it, when the offer was valid till, I can see the price, I can see the quantity, and then I can see the status. So obviously these ones have expired now. If I want, I could go view them and request a re-offer for one of those, or I could click on the supplier's name, go directly to them, or even click on their individual name and start a conversation. But let's have a look, lastly, the action buttons. We can send, so once again, I can decide to send it to more. I can close and notify all the suppliers that I'm not looking for this coffee anymore. Or if I'm looking to make something similar, I can duplicate and take all the information and details to start another tender for a similar or the same product again in the future. But now let's head back to our overview on tenders and let's go and create a tender together. The goal for creating tenders is allowing you as a coffee roaster to set a framework and a range of requirements around a product or type of products that you're looking to purchase at this time, allowing you to set the exact requirements you're looking for in ranges, and then picking the suppliers you work with or the ones you would like to offer options for this. This is going to really save you time by doing this in one place rather than having to send multiple email channels and then chase all those email channels up, collate all those offers to try and compare them. But now getting started and actually creating a tender together, we can select the origins. You can start typing and it will narrow down straight away, so you don't have to scroll through all the options, or you can scroll through and pick a couple options. But I'm going to be looking for some new single origin coffees, and there's a couple countries that I'm interested in getting them from, and there are actually a couple flavor profiles that I'm interested in as well. So I'm only looking for natural or anaerobic processed natural coffees. I can add more details if I have around grade. This is a free text field to share with your supplier, or if you have any flavor notes, if you're looking for something that's going to taste a certain way or a particular flavor note. The last part here we have is type. So you can let the supplier know what you're looking to majoritively use this for, whether it's blend or single origin. In my case, this is single origin. This helps the supplier identify your requirements and give you more accurate offers and providing you with the right coffees, not wasting your time showing you coffees that aren't appropriate. So now we have the drawdown period. Am I looking to draw this down over a long time? As I'm looking at buying for a category, I'm looking to buy quite a bit of these coffees at the moment. So I'm going to be drawing them down over the last 4 months of this year. And I've selected from September through to December. For volume requirement, I'm going to need 600 kilos, which is 10 bags in total for this category I'm looking to get for this time. And next we have whether we're getting delivery or pickup. We'll be going through delivery. If we do pickup, it just takes out our delivery options, but we're going to add in our addresses that are automatically there. And next we have delivery frequency. This helps to tell the supplier how often you're placing an order. It is not required, but by giving more information, this actually helps your supplier understand how long they need to store and finance this product for you, where if you don't tell them this information, they might overestimate how long they're going to have to store it and actually manage the product for you, and they may overcharge or increase the cost of your product because of that. Decision date helps your supplier know the date that you're planning to make a decision by. If you have a fixed date, they can actually provide you offers all the way up to this, or they can even provide you an offer just on this day so you're comparing like for like from all the suppliers. But for this one, I'm actually going to be making a decision by the end of the month. So I'll select end of month, and then we can set a target price. I'm hoping to spend around $15.50 for these coffees. I do have the option to set a max price. So if they're going to send me any coffees over this, it's out. I cannot purchase them, but I'm going to tell them that my max price is $20, but I'm aiming to spend $15.50. The next is preferred payment terms. Once again, your supplier can send any offer to you here, but it's just telling them what are the important things and what are you ideally looking for with this one. But for myself, I am ideally looking for a 30-day payment term. And then lastly, to give your supplier that last bit of information is what's the most important driver. For me, as this is a single origin, quality is important, but as we are all well aware, the market is very expensive right now and price is a massive driver. So I'm going to let them know that price is really going to be the driver for me on this coffee. It has to meet flavor requirements, but if it's out of my price, I'm not able to move anywhere at the moment. Lastly, you do have a notes field. So any extra messages or information you want to tell them about maybe varietals or anything else you want them to know so they could best prepare you an offer, you can add it in there and then we can finalize your tender. You do have to create a name for the tender so you can track and manage this. For this one, I'm going to call it my funky single origins because I'm looking for some fruity, natural, anaerobic coffees. Then we can select the suppliers we would like to share this tender with. Obviously here on my test environment, we can see a range of names, but on the live platform, you will see all suppliers on the platform and you can select the ones you would like to send it to. Currently, we're only able to connect these with suppliers who use greensquare. We are constantly adding suppliers to that list. So if you do have any suppliers you would like us to reach out to or you would like to send tenders to, please contact us at support@greensquare.co and we can contact them to get them set up on the platform. But once you select a couple, we can go through and hit save and send. Now you're taken to the overview where all the suppliers will reply and send you quotes. You will notice here as the suppliers are sending you quotes, they will update their status and you'll see that included in the overview of how many suppliers have replied and how many have maybe refused because they don't have any coffee to meet your requirements. All offers will come down here like we saw in the overview before. Now it's over to you. Using coffee tenders is a proven way for a roaster to be able to get access to the best product and offer from their suppliers. And with greensquare's coffee tender tool, we've made it easier than ever to provide consistent and clear requirements and share with widest range of suppliers in just seconds. The team at Greensquare are constantly developing our platform and feature set. So if there's any functionalities or insights that you would like to see in this tool or other features, it's important to reach out and let us know at support@greensquare.co. Dedicated to helping all of our coffee roasters in their green coffee procurement and management. So now it's over to you, team. Jump on, create your first tenders, and start saving time and money in your green coffee procurement. That's all for now. Talk to you soon.